Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well today. I'm having a crazy busy week again, but this is a nice reprieve to pause and paint and hang out with you guys this morning. Good morning, Ellen. Hi, Sarah. How's everyone doing? Hi, Kira. How are you? Lori, Allie, Gabby. Hello to Seattle. Dora. So how's everyone doing? Wish you were all here with me. I got up this morning. I have to go to a meeting today, so I had to get up and kind of get ready in advance so that as soon as I'm finished painting, I'm ready to roll. Hi, Sarah. And I had a little bit of time deciding what I was going to paint. I cleaned my palette yesterday. I love when I have a fresh, clean palette to dive into. Hi, Irma. And this morning I was playing around in my scrapbook. Isn't that a funny thing to say? My sketchbook. I had started this summer when I was at the beach, and I did hardly anything. I always think that I'm going to have time to work in my sketchbook. This is a pencil that I did at the beach when I had a little bit of free time. Hi, Jane. Hi, Rosalind. And it's a little watercolor that I did, but I've been playing around with. Sometimes I've started my large painting back here, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think the biggest thing painting large teaches me is patience, because like if it gets to a certain tactileness and it starts to feel like weird, I have to stop and just not touch it for a little bit. Oh, are you back from Germany, Irma? Great. And so, yeah, I started playing around with today. I started this a few days ago, but sometimes like my brain needs to rest a little bit, and I love playing around with acrylics and abstracts. So I have these two side-by-side ones, and I wish I would have taken pictures of all that these have gone through to get to this, but this morning I came down and really like went into them. I started out thinking they were going to be like autumn colors, but I don't know that that's really my palette so much. I don't know. Things just evolve on their own, but isn't it fun? Like that catches when I work on something like that, or any kind of art, like I get so caught in it that I can't stop thinking about it, which is a good thing. But today I thought I would do something different. I think I'm just itching to do different things. So I'm going to try this donut. Yeah, I love happy colors. It is fun, isn't it? Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to do with this. I have a little trouble. I was thinking about this. I want to do another line. I had a great big donut painting that I loved that I sold. And on how you did at the... Oh, gosh. You know what, Michael? I need to work on that because I need to make some more ornaments for this year. And I was thinking about how I did those birds last year, and it's almost like I forget how to do it. Maybe that's what this itch is, to go into the abstracts, is to kind of get back into that. Because I can't paint little tiny bird oil paintings as my little ornaments that I sell because they take too long to dry. I would have already had to have a whole bunch of them finished. But yeah, when I'm doing something like this, it's hard for me to think about the sprinkles on top, because if the paint's a certain thickness, it's hard to get them to stick. But who cares, right? I'm going to just dive into this and have fun with my new clean palette here. We'll see what happens. I've got nothing to lose. I could do this on a 4x4. I didn't even think of that, but I think it would be hard for you guys to see if I did it that small. So what's new with everyone? Anything new and fun happening? Think about what's new for me. We're taking my mother-in-law out for her birthday on Saturday. Could be in your future too. How cute. Oh, a donut painting or eating a donut? Because that sounds even better to me. I need a little bit of eating of a donut, maybe. So yeah, I've been busy, but Izzy's coming home this weekend because we're taking my mother-in-law out for her 92nd birthday, which is really exciting. It's quite a milestone, and she's doing really well. She's thriving, so it's all good. What a thing to celebrate, right? Can you imagine being 92? She makes it look easy, but I know it's not easy. I think I said that before. I've come to that realization that I always thought that all of a sudden life would get easy, like at a certain point everything would get easier, but I don't think it ever does, because you just get new challenges. Same way with your creative process, right? Gail said, your large painting behind you done in acrylic or oil. I'd love to hear about your process for larger paintings. Yeah, it's in oil. In so long, I know. Now I want a donut too. Yeah, maybe I need to find one in my future. I was at a photo shoot all day yesterday and I didn't eat lunch. And it's the funniest thing, like if I don't eat, then I almost need to eat extra the next day, which makes absolutely no sense. But it's how it feels. I want to keep this spontaneous too, so I've really got to try to not be too literal with my colors. I don't want it to look just like the actual donut. I mean, how fun would that be? Not very. All right. And what color should I do the background? So I'm going to try to just do the whole donut and then add the sprinkles or jimmies. That was the discussion that someone asked me at Rittenhouse. Are they sprinkles or jimmies? What do you guys think? And then I'll tell you what I think. What do you call them? Jane says, good morning, Kim. Just found my earbuds. Oh, mine are working today. I was trying to get them connected. I was doing a live last week and I couldn't get my earbuds connected. Jimmy's. Emily says sprinkles. Kira, I meant to paint a donut, but now we all want donuts to eat. I've been playing with watercolors mostly, being an interesting conundrum. The sprinkles. Sprinkles, Jimmy's, sprinkles, sprinkles. And now I wonder, do you think it has anything to do with where you live? Whether you think of them as sprinkles or jimmies? It depends on where you're from. Well, the funny thing is when I really gave it some thought about what I call them sprinkles on a donut, but I call them jimmies on an ice cream cone. Now, why would that be? Isn't that weird? Either way, they're fun words, but yeah, if I order them on an ice cream cone, I call them jimmies. Sprinkles are round, are they? Sprinkles are round, like on cookies. Is that what you're saying? I didn't Google it to actually see. I want to let some of these colors show through in the end. Which I do the background. Yeah, they're fun to eat either, and that's what I call them too. You never heard of jimmies? Yeah, isn't that funny? I'm going to do this blue in the background. I think it would be fun with the brown. Yeah, so maybe say if it's sprinkles or jimmies and where you're from to see if it is kind of a regional thing. I would think it must have something to do with that. It's already a fun looking donut, isn't it? In England, they're called 100s and 1000s. Really? Kind of like sub and hero. Like little ones and big ones? I've never heard of jimmies either. Apparently it's a northeastern thing. Oh, is it? Yeah, maybe it is. Canada, they're sprinkles. Ooh, I don't know. Is that Italian? That's so pretty. Bombiert, New Jersey sprinkles, and Philly jimmies. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense, Ellen. Kansas are sprinkled. Never heard of jimmies either. So jimmies are just in the north. Having a sip of my coffee here. I'm going to get my cold pigment stick. And these aren't the most fun colors, but I did like that they're fall colors. I'm always on the scout for a good donut to paint. And I always find it challenging because usually they put too many sprinkles on them and you can't see the donut part of it, the donutness. But I went the other day, we were at Wegmans, and they had this donut in the case, and it caught my eye. I actually got a pink one too, but the pink didn't have the hole in the middle. I like the ones with the hole in the middle for painting. Nonetheless, I bought this donut, and I bought a pink one. I really should go there is a local donut place where I think I could get them I would love to ask. I'm sure that because of COVID, they wouldn't probably let me do it, but I'd love to put my own sprinkles on. But these days, I don't think that would be a reasonable thing to ask if I could go behind the counter and put my own sprinkles on. So I might have to put that on my list for this weekend. Yeah, the colors are really fun, aren't they? Okay, so I need to mix up browns, golds. I'm trying to think if I see anything unusual in here. Like it gets very dark in this area, and it's a nice contrast to the little bit of glow that's in there. Maybe I'll put a little bit more glow in there before I dive in. Like I want to let that area glow. Good morning, Danica. How are you? You probably could put some sprinkles in a small cup for you to add like you want. Well, they'd fall off, though. I guess if I didn't intend to eat the donut, I could do it that way. But somehow, I always want to also eat the donut after I've photographed it. So everyone in my household knows that if I buy things, they ask if I'm going to photograph it or if I have photographed it before they dive in and eat it. I have my whole family trained to make sure the photo shoot has already happened before they eat the donuts. I don't need to be doing that. Let me stop that and pull you over here. I'll mix some colors. Put 2 browns out on my palette this morning. Oh wait, sorry. It's such an awkward time when I'm moving the camera over to my palette. Buy a chocolate and sprinkle at home. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. If I do that, the sprinkles just fall off unless I like glue them on. I guess I could do it with sugar water. But I just imagine myself like trying to put them on like with a Q-tip. But if back in the day when I used to do a lot of photo shoots, that's what we would do. We would literally, like we did ice cream, a photo shoot of ice cream, and I had to put it in dry ice and get the perfect scoop. What a project that was, and place things on there perfectly. Now this is Van Dyke Brown. This is a new brown that I've been experimenting with. Actually, I think I'm going to put a little blue out here too. Plain and frost and sprinkle. Oh, frost and sprinkle. Yeah, I could do that, Ellen. I had to make frosting, but I love that. Oh, reheat the icing. Yeah, maybe that would work because I love with the donuts when it has, it's that liquid icingness on the donut. You know what I mean? So that's part of the fun is how much it glistens and stuff. If I iced him, it probably wouldn't look like that. But maybe. I'm just going to play around. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I rarely know what I'm doing. Look how cool and black that is. That's such a different, that Van Dyke Brown's much cooler than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to add this. This is transparent oxide brown. That'll warm it right up. And I have to be sure to make enough. I may need to put more brown out. Good morning, Donna. You missed the beginning. I'm painting a donut today. Donna's my cousin. She said she always pops in to see what I'm doing and then comes back and checks on it later. Ellen, want them? What do you want, Ellen? Hi, Kim. Lim. Okay, so I feel like that brown is very lackluster. It's like really flat looking. So I'm going to add a little bit of ultramarine blue and see what happens. Just looks like it doesn't have any personality. Like it's not chocolatey brown. Now that helped a little bit. Maybe I'll put a little bit more, or maybe just a smidge of purple in there, because I have that showing through anyway, and it doesn't need to literally be what it is, because it's never my aim. Now I'll lighten it a little bit. So I've also been playing with this other color. Do I have it laying here? It's called Gold Ochre. It's an old Holland color. It's a little gritty. It's right here. But I like the kind of neutralness of the yellow of it. And put a little bit more in there. You can hear the grittiness in there a little bit, can't you? I want to make like where the highlights are a little bit. I'm going to add a little more of this blue in. That's okay. Gosh, browns are hard. I don't practice browns very often. Oh, Ellen was saying, I was trying to say you can just paint the sprinkles where, oh, well, yeah, Ellen, right? I don't literally have to paint exactly where the sprinkles are. You know, I forget that sometimes. Yes, artistic license. I can do whatever I want. I can make them any color I want. It's that thing of being loose and not rigid and literal about everything that I have a little trouble figuring that out, don't I? That is good. I'm going to put a little bit of this blue hue in there. I need this, like the colors just looked a little flat to me. That's much better. You add that odd little color in there and it gives it a little personality or something. So that's a nice spread of browns. And I need some gold for the cake part. I'm going to put out a little bit of transparent oxide red. Is that what this is? No, that's orange. Maybe I'll do that. Transparent oxide orange I'm going to put out here. So I want to keep that cake part really warm. Yeah, when you have things that you're not comfortable with, like I'm not real comfortable with browns, and you just paint something brown several times and then you'll get better at it, right? Paint's sticking to my... I'm going to lighten that a little more. Maybe put a little bit of yellow in there. Might look like good cake part of the donut, but I need to clean my palette knife off. Yeah, it really is a great color, Irma, I agree. And I'm going to take this and add a little bit of permanent rose in there. That might have been too much. Such pretty colors, right? I can't quite get it blended. Okay. Maybe I should mix a yellow, a green. Maybe a grayish white for the background. So that green, I'm not going to quite make that. That green's a little, it's a little like celery or something. I'm not real sure what that color is, but it's not terribly fun. And we're going for fun today. Yeah, we need a brighter. That's pretty nice right there. Maybe I need 2 shades up, a little bit of blue hue in that. And then we have the lemon yellow will work really well for the yellow jimmies. Or sprinkles, what are they? Sprinkles. Most people call them sprinkles, right? And orange. So I do have some orange out. I think I'm going to just use some of this pure orange too. And for the background, I have a cool color back there. I don't know. I think I want to keep it cool. So I'm going to mix some white with just maybe a little bit of that. My Video Blue Extra Pale. Put that back out here. Oops, I got a little orange in there. It's so hard not to contaminate your colors a little bit. Okay. Good morning, Shelly. How are you? Okay. Let me go back up here. Move my coffee out of the way so I don't knock it over. Oops, this is moving. I should figure out if there's a better arm to put on my desk here that would work better than this crazy thing. Okay, let me get a brush. Oh, I like the one I had out. I've been loving these brushes. These are Trekell Spectrum Brights. It's really a nice, it has a nice bounce to it. Oh, good, Shelly. This kind of goes. I always kind of block in where my dark areas are. Kira says, I haven't gotten any Trekell things yet, but they always advertise to me. Yep, you're their target audience. And I do like them. I get the Trekell, when I paint on paper like this, when I mount it on board, I use the Trekell boards for that. And I really like them. I haven't tried using them as a painting surface. I should, to see how that goes too. But usually more as a mounting surface. Trekell. Ellen, you get them from, it's a Trekell, the Trekell website, Trekell. Maybe I should do a little bit of the background. Someone had asked me if I always paint the background first or something, and I never even thought about it. I think I do it depending on my edges and how it all needs to dance together. I don't really think about doing one or the other first. Excuse me. So I was thinking about next, I did all my flowers, my little 4x4s, And then I did my, I've been working on birds, and I was thinking maybe I'll do sweet things next, like donuts and cupcakes and candy. I think that would be fun to continue my series when I get tired of birds. I don't know if I'll ever get tired of birds. Hi, Marianne. What's everybody having today, coffee or tea? Doing better about drinking tea, but not first thing in the morning. Been drinking it, try to keep my throat cleared. Maybe I need it this morning, though. T for Bleeze 47. Leaving a little bit of the texture in the background. I like that. Sometimes colors bleed into the background, but I don't mind letting those spontaneous things happen. Coffee, and now you're making me want a donut to go with my coffee. Yeah, little did I know I needed to bring donuts for the whole class today, right? Wouldn't that be fun? We all need a donut. Pretty fun. Coffee will go well with this donut. It will. All right. Lindo. Thank you, Daniela. Which bristles do you get on this? I get, they're always the short flat that I like. These are called Spectrum 3000B Bright Trical. Need an advance notice if you're painting something sweet so I can be prepared. Yes, I think that's a good plan. Likewise, you think I would have gone to get myself a donut this morning. I haven't even had breakfast yet. I don't know if I'll have time for that. Make that a little darker in here. That's too dark, I think. What do we think of that? Yeah, I think the sweet series, that would be fun, right? It could tie right into Christmas time, too. Christmas sweets. I'm liking it. This is a little sloppy right here. Let me get the yellow off my brush a little bit and bring this in. That's better. That was distracting me. Sometimes I don't know if I do or don't like something, but what I think about is whether it's drawing my attention, is it a good thing or a bad thing? If it's drawing my attention and I don't really like it, then I get rid of it. It's how I sort of think about whether things should stay or go, if it's calling my focus. Sometimes I find Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, what's everyone's favorite donut? Sometimes I find it hard to make decisions. Like I have to have a reason for it, like whether I like something or don't like something, like why. Sometimes that's the hardest question to answer. For me, anyway. I'm going to try and unpurple it a little bit. What colors are making up that brown color? Joanne, I think the dark brown or the browns in the donut part? Which brown do you mean? That was a tricky question. Oops, I ran out of paper towels here. Boston cream. Yum, Deb. Bismarck custard-filled donut all the way. Boston cream. Yeah, I read that one. Amy, we're all talking about what our favorite kind of donut is. Mine probably is, mine's such an ordinary donut. I love a plain old sugar donut from the local grocery store. Fresh, they're so fresh and so yummy. I'm gonna let a little bit of that color show through. Maple glazed. Hi, Erica. Vanilla iced with rainbow sprinkles. I know that, Emily. Always been Em's favorite. EMX Smith is my daughter. I mean, the brown that's in the chocolate frosting. I think I used, it's a little bit of Van Dyke Brown, transparent oxide brown, and there's purple in there too. For good measure, a little bit of purple. I'm holding my brush sideways and kind of just blending it a little bit to see how it looks. Like, do you feel like the donut's too purple and not brown enough? Jay McGee said, my Nana, great aunt, and mom always made plain old-fashioned cake donuts with homemade raspberry jam on the side. Oh my gosh, probably warm too. A warm donut is like the best thing ever. It's those things that, when you're a little kid, you think, when I'm a grown-up, I'll be able to eat as many donuts as I want. And nobody will tell me I have to stop or whatever. And then you turn into a grown-up and you realize that, calorie-wise, you should never eat another donut. It's a sad state of affairs. Yeah, when you're little, you can eat anything you want. And then as you're grown up, you think, at least I do. Maybe not all of you do. But I'm always thinking, oh, I really shouldn't have that. Warm apple cider donuts. Oh, that's perfect for this time of the year. Perfect for this time of the year. A little bit of that lighter in here. I think I'm losing my gold a little bit. I wanted to let some of my gold show through. Sometimes that happens. It's getting a little too black and not brown. I like where the little bit of red is showing through over here. Shelly says, I love the old-fashioned glazed donut, but I can't eat them anymore. I became gluten intolerant 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, isn't that terrible? I guess it's good for your calorie intake, but terrible for the joy of life, right? Oh, I have to bring a little light here, and then I can soon play with sprinkles. Because I always want to let it stay fresh and fun and not get too tight. It's always my challenge. I want to go in there and work on every last little detail. I don't want that to happen. So I'm kind of stepping back here, sitting back and thinking about it. Are there any parts? Do I have enough spontaneity in it? Do I want to go in and do colors now? What time is it? That's always a piece of it too. Now we'll see if I can lay down. I'm looking for a smaller brush for my sprinkles because I kind of am going to have to just lay them on there and not fuss with them, because once I do, they're just going to go right, I don't even know what my word is. They'll just go away. You won't even see them. They'll like disappear, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Still needs to be a little lighter at the top here. I look scrumptious. Yeah, I think we're all hungry, aren't we? All right, let's play with now. Is this drawing your eye too much? No, I like that. I think that's kind of sexy and fun. I think we'll leave that. Oh, that's not, I got a little skinny paintbrush. I don't want to use that. I thought I picked up, well, maybe I'll use this one. This is the same brush that I usually like, the Rosemary, but it's a number 5. It's a smaller version of it. Now let's see if I can lay these sprinkles on without. See, it's hard to get them vibrant. I guess maybe I'll try and go a little thicker and see. That's better. I have to do it and I can't fuss with them. Oh, well, that was a train wreck right there. A global spike in donut sales today. I think so, Ellen. Oh, let me just fix that. Yeah, the hard thing with the sprinkled donuts is I could fuss with the painting of these sprinkles like forever. And I want a nice shirt for work, so I can't lay my elbow down on my table. A little more. I know, isn't that crazy? It's always a time issue for me. Wearing good clothes is not a good idea. I do have my painting smock on, but I easily could spill something all over myself anyway. And the lack of not being able to put my elbow down is really bothering me right now. No leaning. I really could do very few sprinkles. I have that. I'll do a little one here. It does make it look very spontaneous when there's not really, there's more on one side than another. Dripping paint and putting my elbows down. Yes, my elbows, like my My kids always think that it's funny that I have paint all over all over my pajamas, because I do paint my pajamas a lot. Oops. I think that's okay. I can't fuss with it. Just let it be spontaneous, Kim. Yeah, no good clothes. No, it is. It's a trick to be able to paint in grown-up clothes. Well, I do love the blue. There's a little blue popping through on the side here. I love that. I think I need a little bit of a harder edge right here. When I was younger, my kids now you do it yourself. Yeah, right. I hear you. Yeah, I don't need any help to mess up my clothing or anything in my house for that matter. I have paint everywhere. Light switches, on door handles, I try to be neat. I really do, but it just grows, doesn't it? Oil paint has a mind of its own. It goes everywhere. Blind abandon. Thanks, Sue. Hi. Can you tell I'm holding my breath now? Too many going in. Need to have some going this way. Oh, there's brown sprinkles on there too. I didn't even think about that. I don't know if I like them or not. What do you guys think? Do I want brown sprinkles? I especially get messy when using pigment sticks. Yeah, well, and plus you have that all over your hands when you're, because you're touching the sticks. Me too. Yeah, no brown. I agree. Brown, I don't know if it adds much. It's hard to even see them. So you guys will have to report back to me and let me know if you actually went out and bought yourself a donut today. The good thing is the donut that I did paint, which I love the name of it, was No Regrets. And I said it's because that donut, there's no calories. No regrets for that one. You have lots of patience. Though randomly, still not. Yeah, it's hard not to overdo it. And I don't want it to look too even. I want it to look spontaneous too. So I think, will you post the photo so I can steal it? I sure will. I'll put it on my website. I do have to go. I've like a lot going on today, so that might not happen till tomorrow that I'll get it up there. A really busy day. I think that's good. That might be enough. You guys see anything else that I should do? Working on the inside there a little bit more. Is that glowing enough? I think I need to make that a little more. There's a sprinkle hanging down here. I like that. Let me do one more sprinkle. Hanging off. And maybe oops, I just put my elbow down. Okay, I think I'm just fussing with it. That always means it's time to stop. So I'll sign it. And I'll pull the tape off because that's always fun. I have dirty fingers. I always have to check my fingers too because then I'll get paint on the outside, which doesn't really matter if you're going to frame it. But I might mount this one. I don't know. That without touching it. So there's the donut. Isn't that fun? It is a happy. Here, I'll do it this way. So there's the donut. And there's my palette. And thanks for coming. So I'll put the donut photo up on my website, and it's underneath my blog. If anybody isn't on my email list and you want to be, just send me a message with your email and I'd be happy to add you. And I hope everyone has a beautiful, wonderful day. Chocolate glazing, I know. And, I need to go get a donut now, so I might just have to do that. Treat myself, right? So let me know if you have a donut today, and I will see you again next week. So thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. It was fun. Have a fabulous day.